Revelation 4577. From the 2nd of March 1949. Overcoming matter. Learn to despise the goods of the world. Do not let them become the content of your life, but stand above matter. Seek to fathom and grasp the spiritual. Matter is endlessly far behind you. Don't close the chain again by likewise demanding back and joining the spiritual in matter through your desire, which would be a step backwards for you who have reached the last stage of development on earth. For your desire is decisive as to how your soul ends. If it cannot separate itself from material goods, then these will still pursue it into the beyond and seek to draw it back. Then the soul can also still sink in the beyond and finally be conceived into matter again, which means unheard of and endless agonies for the spiritual. Earthly life is given to you to overcome everything that belongs to my adversary. Of your own free will you should take the step into the spiritual kingdom, which, however, requires giving up matter, a detachment of the heart from things which still harbor undeveloped spiritual substances and therefore cannot find entrance into the spiritual kingdom. As long as you are still burdened by it, your ascent into the spheres of light will not be successful. You will, as it were, be held back on earth by the essence which is embodied in matter. For this entity still resists me and also wants to prevent all spiritual substances from joining me, which is why the influence of matter on the human being is very great, which is why the human being's greed is directed towards matter and fills his entire striving. Yet this striving does not correspond to the purpose of earthly life. Rather, you should eradicate it from your hearts. You should strive for spiritual possessions. You will be far more delighted by these, and no earthly possessions outweigh the possessions you spiritually gain by giving up and overcoming the former. Your primal element is spiritual, which was banished into matter through wrong direction of will, which causes it torment as a fetter in order to awaken the desire in the spiritual to become free from matter. If you have reached this stage as a human being, you have already largely succeeded, yet you still have to pass the final test of completely detaching yourselves from everything that can be addressed as matter and instead desire the spiritual, the union with me, from whom you have taken your origin, but who is in himself a spirit in highest perfection. You must unite with me in order to become the primal element again, which can work freely and completely unbound in utmost abundance of strength. You must distance yourselves infinitely far from the spiritual, which is bound in form. You may no longer desire form if you want to be active as spirit in all freedom, and you will now understand that all form, all matter, is an obstacle for you to reach this completely spiritualized state, but which is the purpose and aim of your earthly life. Therefore practice renunciation, become masters of all visible things so that matter does not overpower you and pull you back into darkness, into banishment, into solid form, which is your fate if you have not overcome matter. Amen.